So the cop is thinking that we were aiming at each other and like almost hitting each other and then swerving to splash water on each other. So they come up and he's like, all right, I'm going to cut you a break. You're just getting this reckless operation charge with a Class A misdemeanor. I'm like, sorry, what?
A judge in a Tennessee courtroom, fans waving protest signs outside. Cody Detwiler, known as WhistlinDiesel, facing potential jail time for a jet ski stunt. Fast forward a few months, a $400,000 Ferrari F8 Tributo in ashes on a Texas farm, flames still licking the charred frame. Any ordinary person would slow down, but WhistlinDiesel won't stop. The chaos is just fuel for his fire. He's the YouTuber who shrugs off lawsuits, laughs off backlash, and doubles down on destruction as millions watch in shock. Welcome back to Tuna No Crust, the largest car TV show news on YouTube. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's roll. Cody Detwiler grew up in rural Indiana, born July 18, 1998, into a family of farmers and construction workers. He learned engines and heavy machinery early. At 16, in January 2015, he launched the WhistlinDiesel YouTube channel with bow hunting videos. Then he started posting wildly edited images of jacked up trucks, poking the online off-road community. Truck purists seethed, while others couldn't look away. He began acquiring, modifying, and destroying trucks on camera. Every hater's comment only fanned the flames. As WhistlinDiesel's subscribers climbed into the millions, so did the scale of his stunts. No machine was too expensive or revered to be spared. Cody bought a brand new Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat and treated it like a cheap toy. He did burnouts before leaving the dealership, rammed it into bushes and posts, and shredded the tires to the rims within hours. The $54,000 Mopar's quarter panel crumpled, paint scarred with mud and dents. He lined up a classic Ford F-250 pickup and pushed it past breaking point. He drove through over 10 wooden fence posts without braking, jumped the truck until the suspension collapsed, and ripped the engine into the back seat. In 2022, Cody targeted a Mercedes-AMG G63 G-Wagon, an ultra-luxury SUV with a six-figure price tag. He installed an aftermarket exhaust, swapped on off-road tires, and launched the 3-ton G-Wagon off a 10-foot-tall trailer ramp. The Mercedes flew 91 feet through the air and slammed down in the desert. Miraculously, its suspension held together. Not satisfied, he drove the G-Wagon into a deep swamp twice, practically submerging it. With a tractor on standby, the G-Wagon plowed through and escaped under its own power, only losing its front hood badge. WhistlinDiesel's escalation didn't stop on land. One of his most outrageous feats involved Monster Max, his gargantuan Duramax-powered monster truck. He drove the truck into the ocean off the Florida coast. As beachgoers gazed in disbelief, Monster Max bobbed along like a deranged swamp boat. The U.S. Coast Guard, Department of Natural Resources, and local police all showed up. Cody had registered the monster truck as an aquatic vessel, complete with boat numbers and life jackets. Exploiting a loophole, no laws were technically broken, but the message was clear. WhistlinDiesel would go to any lengths for a stunt. Each video had to outdo the last in shock value, whether that meant defying physics or common sense. By early 2023, WhistlinDiesel was YouTube's ultimate car vandal, ready for the stunt that would cement his infamy. He purchased a Ferrari F8 Tributo, a sleek red supercar worth nearly $500,000, with one goal: to utterly abuse it on camera. Ferrari is notorious for defending its brand. They've sued customers for modifying or mistreating their cars. Cody knew this and seemed to relish poking the bear. In his first video with the F8 in February 2023, he gave a facetious tour while mocking Ferrari's legal small print, noting how the Italian automaker hates when owners deviate from their strict image. Then he promptly ignored every rule. On his rural property, he took the mid-engine exotic off-roading like a dune buggy, drifting wildly on gravel, power sliding through mud. The Ferrari's bright red paint was soon dust-caked and chipped. With each abusive maneuver, Cody smirked at the camera, practically daring the Maranello lawyers to do something. The internet lost its mind, but WhistlinDiesel was only warming up. He teased this was just part one. He had many more plans for the F8 Tributo. Those plans would abruptly end on a scorching August day in 2023 in Waco, Texas. While filming a sequel, Detwiler pushed the Ferrari to its limit in a dry cornfield under 116-degree Fahrenheit heat. Less than 30 seconds into a high-speed romp among the rows, disaster struck. Dry corn husks and dust clogged the supercar's wheel wells. Witnesses saw smoke, then fire erupted near the rear tire. Fire! 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 Crew members shouted as flames licked the Ferrari's engine bay. The inferno spread almost instantly. The chase vehicle, a rented Chrysler minivan carrying camera gear, also caught fire, and both vehicles were engulfed. Cody could only watch in stunned disbelief as his pride and joy turned into a towering column of black smoke. Moments later, with the fire reduced to a smoldering heap of metal and ash, WhistlinDiesel addressed the camera. "Wow, I just lost $500,000, he deadpanned, standing in front of the burned-out Ferrari shell. His tone was oddly upbeat. "It happened so fast. I want to smile because it's cool, but damn, this isn't good," he admitted, oscillating between excitement and shock. Ever the showman, Cody added dark humor. "'Tis but a scratch. We will be back, Ferrari," he joked in the video's description. He assured viewers the blaze was not intentional, just an object lesson that you should do even more crazy things before your car catches on fire. In hours, the video accumulated over 3.9 million views. His subscriber count surged towards 6 million, proving controversy was great for business. And what of Ferrari's fabled legal wrath? Cody's antics had practically begged Ferrari to respond. Driving the F8 off-road and equipping it with an illegal tune and aftermarket exhaust might have voided any warranty 10 times over, yet there were no public lawsuits. Perhaps Ferrari calculated that suing this self-proclaimed CEO of destruction would only feed his legend. Unconfirmed rumors swirled that Ferrari quietly blacklisted Detwiler from any future car purchases. If true, Cody likely considers that mission accomplished. In May 2022, WhistlinDiesel had a run-in with law enforcement that would become one of his most publicized legal battles. While riding jet skis on a lake in Tennessee, one of his crew members made waves in a no-wake zone. An off-duty police officer confronted them, and what started as a minor incident escalated into misdemeanor charges facing up to a year in jail for reckless operation. Rather than quietly settling, Cody turned it into a crusade against ridiculous regulations. He invited fans to show up at the courthouse with signs protesting splash legislation. Dozens rallied in person, turning a dry legal proceeding into a mini-fan convention. WhistlinDiesel met with them, took photos, and turned the trial into yet another piece of content. The stunt endeared him to followers who viewed him as a champion of personal freedom. The case dragged on for months as Cody hired lawyers to fight the charges, reportedly to protect a crew member's college scholarship. The jet ski lawsuit became another chapter in the WhistlinDiesel legend. Even facing potential jail time, he found a way to make it entertaining. By 2024, WhistlinDiesel set his sights on one of the most polarizing vehicles in automotive history, the Tesla Cybertruck. In August 2024, he released a durability test video that generated millions of views and sparked intense debate. The video showed Cody subjecting both a Cybertruck and a Ford F-150 to brutal torture tests. While testing the Cybertruck's towing capability, the rear bumper and hitch catastrophically failed, with the cast aluminum frame appearing to snap apart. "Our whole frame just snapped," Detwiler yelled into the camera, holding up the separated hitch assembly. The video exposed potential quality issues with the Cybertruck, including improvised shims made from washers and duct tape, easily removed trim pieces, and the dramatic frame failure. While some argued the frame may have been damaged in earlier tests, the incident raised questions about the durability of Tesla's cast aluminum construction versus traditional steel frames. Cody claimed he repeatedly tried to contact Tesla about his concerns, but received no response beyond being told to contact a service center. The video became a cultural flashpoint, with Tesla defenders and critics weighing in on whether the test was fair or revealed genuine safety concerns. For every person calling Cody a mindless vandal, there's a die-hard fan cheering him on. The paradox of WhistlinDiesel is that being hated is part of the appeal. His videos tap into a visceral thrill. It's the same reason we slow down to gape at a wreck on the highway. WhistlinDiesel delivers that carnage in a controlled dose, letting the audience live vicariously through his recklessness. You'd never destroy your own 100K truck. Good, he'll do it for you. Cody has fostered a loyal community who see him as more than a wanton destroyer. To his followers, he's a folk hero sticking it to elitist car culture. When he trashed the Ferrari, it wasn't just senseless destruction, it was a populist righteous rebellion against the idea that some cars are too sacred to use. They laugh as he defies both manufacturer warnings and internet haters. This anti-establishment flavor is why fans stay loyal even when he goes to extremes. They see authenticity in the chaos. Unlike polished influencers flexing rented supercars, WhistlinDiesel buys his machines outright with the intent to break them. It's hard to accuse him of clickbait when he literally delivers on every destructive promise. In an era of fake internet pranks, Cody's carnage is brutally real, the uncancelable YouTuber. Meanwhile, those who despise his content only feed the fire. Every outraged tweet, every angry reaction video from a fellow car YouTuber only amplifies Cody's infamy. He famously says on his social media bio, "Hating me won't make you successful." While purists rage about mindless destruction and wastefulness, WhistlinDiesel keeps laughing all the way to the bank. His YouTube channel has exploded to over 10 million subscribers as of 2025, and his videos routinely draw tens of millions of views. At this scale, it no longer matters whether viewers tune in out of love or hate. It all counts as engagement. In Cody's own words, the only bad outcome is if people stop caring altogether. So far, there's no sign of that. From YouTube rebel to entertainment mogul, WhistlinDiesel's story poses a fascinating question. What happens when chaos is your business model? Cody Detwiler has effectively made an empire out of mayhem. The more vehicles he obliterates, the more his brand grows. He's now rubbing shoulders with mainstream entertainment power players. In late 2023, at age 25, Detwiler signed with CAA, Creative Artists Agency, a move that suggests bigger projects and bigger stunts are on the horizon. Today, he's launched successful merchandise lines through his Monster Max brand, selling everything from apparel to shredded pieces of his destroyed vehicles. In late 2023, he literally sold cubes containing pieces of his destroyed Ferrari F8 and Mercedes G63 for $229 each, and promptly sold out, recouping over $166,000 from the Ferrari wreckage alone. Yet, the sword hangs over Cody's head. Each video has to go further than the last, but how far is too far? Thus far, he's navigated YouTube's content policies with surprising savvy. When a video gets flagged or demonetized, he simply tweaks the edit and re-uploads. So far, he's managed to stay just within the lines. No serious injuries to bystanders, no irreparable legal entanglements. But with each upping of the ante, the margin for error narrows. Fans have witnessed him accidentally shoot himself, a .50 caliber ricochet to the forehead in 2021, and walk away miraculously. He's had close calls with explosions and flipping vehicles. It feels like only a matter of time before something truly dire happens. At 27 years old, with millions in revenue, CAA backing, and 9 million subscribers, Cody Detwiler has turned chaos into an empire. Will he tone it down as the stakes get higher, or push until he literally crashes and burns? One thing's certain: destruction sells, controversy converts, and as long as chaos pays, he's gonna keep stomping the gas pedal. Love him or hate him, you're watching, and that's exactly what he wants.